What's up guys, Brian here and I'm back again with another awesome video. Today is part 4 and the grand finale of my small color grading challenge that I've been running for the past 4 days. So on the first day we did a challenge where we had to color grade with only the hue and saturation color adjustment layer in Photoshop. Second day was the color balance tool. Third day was the selective color tool. And today being the final day, I'm going to actually color grade the way I normally do, using all the tools I always use with no restrictions. So this should be fun. This should be like the apex of it all, because I'm not restricting myself. In case you are new, the aim of this challenge was to show that you don't need to use all the tools in Photoshop before you can get a good color grade. You just need to understand how colors work and how to use a particular tool to get the result that you want. So for the result of this, I'm not going to show it here at the beginning. You actually have to wait till the end to see it. I'll walk you guys through, so this one will be actually interesting and fun. Without further ado, let's begin. So this is the progress so far. This is the raw picture, as you can see here. I did some cleaning up. That is where I did the retouch. I got rid of everything, retouched the skin, did dodge and burn and all those stuff. So this is before, this is after the retouch. Then in this stamped layer up here, I did some cleaning up again, like this overhanging tree branch here and the power lines and this fence here. I got rid of it. So that is the progress so far. So from here, I'm going to do my skin toning with all the layers, not restricted to only one layer. So I have an action here for my skin toning. If you want to know more about this skin toning action, I made a video on it. I'll leave a link to it in the description, so go watch it. I won't talk about it in this video. So I'll just click on the skin toning action. Okay, so this is the layers I normally use for my skin toning. I'll just create a mask of only a skin and then mask the skin toning layer. So I'll just create a selection. Okay guys, I've made a selection of just the skin. I'll now mask it to the skin toning group that I have here, so that anything that I do will affect only the skin and not the background. So my aim when I'm skin toning, I always have to approach in mind, either to do a creative skin toning or a realistic skin toning. So creative skin toning is when you want to like go out of the reality realm. Let's say someone is fair, you want to make the person like black. Someone is black, you want to make the person fair. I call that artistic or creative skin toning. But in this picture, I just want to do a realistic skin toning. That is to just make her look like what should look like on a normal day. So I'll use a gradient map first of all, and use this gradient that I created here. I'll just change it to soft light and reduce the opacity. You guys know, as I normally do this, I'll just speed up this part so that I don't bore you. Okay, so I'm done with the skin toning. What I did was to get rid of the reds, because the skin normally always have a lot of red, and then I made the skin a little bit more warm so that it will look richer. So this is before and this is after. So the next thing I'll do is to run my color grading action so that it will create another group for my color grading tools. So these are the tools I use for my color grading. I'll just create a selection and then mask it again. So I'll just select the skin and then invert it. Like this is the selection I made of the skin earlier on. So I'll just add the eyes and mouth. and then invert it. Now when I invert it, what it will do, it will select only the background. So now instead of starting to select the background afresh, since I already had the skin and I don't want it to affect the skin but affect only the background, I just had to invert the mask. So that's what I did. And then let me feather it by 3. Okay, let me feather it by 5, and then create a mask. So now anything I do inside this folder will affect only the background and not her skin, because I already took care of her skin over here. So let me just color grade this. Okay guys, I think this is what I'll settle with for this image. I just did a few things. I didn't really tweak that much. The image didn't need too much, so I got from here to here. I just wanted this warm feel to the leaves. As you can see here, it has that rich yellow look to it instead of the much greener look. And then for the skin toning, this is before this. Then let's start from the beginning. This is the picture as it was after retouch, after I get fixing the fence and other things, skin toning, and then the actual color grade itself. I could have easily replaced the sky and added another sky, but I think it doesn't really need that. So another thing that I always do when I'm done with my color grade is to merge the layer and then open it in Camera Raw again. Now what I basically do here is just to fix the contrast and probably tweak the colors again. So I play with the temperature to see if it needs to be cooler or warmer. Then I play with the highlight in case the picture was overexposed or something. Then I reduce the shadows, like I lift the shadows. Then I just play around with other things. So let me just go to the HSL sliders. Yeah, I'll now play with the hues of the yellows to see if it needed any additional thing. So even when I color grade in Photoshop and finish, that may not actually be the final color grade at the end of the day, because after playing around there, I might get a look that I prefer to the one I had in Photoshop. Then I'll add a vignette. Now I don't like my vignette being too strong, so I always change the midpoint, the roundness and the feathering so that it will be softer. So this is how it was before, this is how it is now. I think I need to add a little bit more contrast and then reduce the saturation. And this is where we are at. So this is before I took it to Camera Raw. This is back from Camera Raw, and this is the look that I love. So this is before, after. Now I'll put the 4 different results on the screen so that you can tell me which one was your favorite. You know, we did 4 separate, and this is combination of all of them, and this is what I would normally get on a normal day. So I'll let you tell me which one you love the most amongst all of them. And I hope you learned a thing or two from this mini color grading challenge that I did for myself. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, click on the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you always get notified of future awesome video. If you want to take part in this, just let me know so that I get to see the results when you are done with it. That was it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one.